Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Kyla. I haven't posted in a really long time. It's been a month. This video, it's not going to be focused on the makeup, it's mostly going to be focused on where I've been while I do my makeup, I guess. So let's just go ahead and get started. My hair, I never do my hair like this. I've never done it before actually. But I wanted to try it, but I don't know. Just like, yeah, I don't know. I have not been around a lot. I haven't posted on Instagram. I haven't done anything really. I'm just not gonna prime my face. Or I can use a little bit of the emerald oil from Herbivore. Okay, so okay, rewind. So the past like 2 months have been really wild for me. In the beginning, and yeah, most of the beginning, I was working a lot, like 50 to 60 hours a week, give or take. For a while there, you guys know I work at Sephora because I'm open about that. I work at a grocery store as well, and I was working insane hours. And I'm trying to use this Fenty hydrating foundation again because I don't think I really loved it last time. If you didn't see, I got this in my gratis. It's not pumping. That's great. There it goes. I'm using it on a brush because I'm pretty sure this is like oil based because it's a hydrating foundation, but I don't know. That's why I didn't want to use like a really serious primer. But anyway, so I was working a ton and okay, first let me rewind. My skin is doing better. If you remember, like the last couple videos I had, I don't know if they ended up posting them, but like the last couple videos I actually filmed, my skin was doing terribly. Like I was breaking out so bad. Every day I woke up with another breakout on my face, and they just like, as soon as one went away, 3 more were there. It was really awful, and I couldn't figure out what it was from. And I was like taking stuff out, and like I was like, some things I was just like, I know it's not this. Like I use this all the time. I never had a problem, and it smells like cake, like cake pops. But I like could not for the life of me figure out what was causing it. And as you can see now, my skin is doing, I'm still breaking out because I just realized last week what it was that was causing. Am I really dark? What is going on? There we go. I realized like what was causing it was this oil that I was using by Youth to the People. And so I got that oil in gratis, right? And so I would say like 9, my camera's already dying. It just had 3 bars. Most of the time, I would say like 90% of the time, when you get gratis, you don't get the box that comes with it. So like when I got this, I just got this. Like I didn't get the box. So I like didn't know much about that oil other than it was like and now I realize it's a glow oil, so I should have known, but it was just like an oil, like a relatively lightweight one. I don't like oils that are too lightweight and dry feeling, but it was good, and I didn't realize that had vitamin C in it, and my skin hates vitamin C. It breaks me out terribly. I have a lot of vitamin C products, and once in a while I'll like try to use one and it just doesn't work. I actually stopped using the Sunday Riley vitamin C oil as well. I was doing okay with that for a while, but now I'm just like really scared to continue, and like I don't want to be wasteful, so I'm gonna try to see if any of my coworkers want it or like could trade me something or whatever, because like I have a lot of vitamin C products. Like I have serums and oils and moisturizers, like a ton of stuff that I just can't use. So I don't know. I'm gonna see if they want to like trade or something. I don't know. My hair's flopping back. It's okay. So that was that, but I was working a ton and I'm still in school. I'm only taking 2 classes right now. I technically walked across the stage in May, but I wasn't finished. My last year, they wouldn't let me take the last 2 classes I needed last semester. So, which I had room for them. They were just like, no, you can't take them at the same time as these other courses. And I was like, okay, whatever. So I had to end up staying, and there was like a big deal with financial aid, and like, it was just a mess. Like, they were charging me, and they just kept going up. They're like, oh, now you owe this much, now you owe this much, now you owe this much. And I'm like, why? Like, I just paid some of it off. And I thought it was off, and then they were like, oh, no, now you owe more. Now you owe this much. I'm like, why does it keep going up? So I had like this big issue with financial aid. And then, this doesn't look so bad so far. It's a little dry. But then, like, so I'm in class, right, and it's going well, and I realized that, because I'm taking a social psychology class right now and a race and ethnicities class, and they're both psychology classes. And I realized, like, social psychology is really what I'd rather do with my life. Like, obviously I'd love to do makeup, but I'm not exactly thriving here. So I'd really like to do social psych. And so I so there's a person that has been a faculty member at my school that's been helping me a lot along my journey, especially the last 2 years. He got me this volunteer position that I used to do at an autistic school. Like, he's done a lot for me. This is the e.l.f. concealer. I got this. You guys don't know about that. I haven't like decided if I really like it. It's the e.l.f. 16-hour camo. That's like the one that everybody loved for a while. But so I am really good. I have a good relationship with this professor because he's helped me a lot with different things and like guiding me. And so let me rewind. If you guys didn't know, I used to be pre-med. I was pre-med for about 3 years at my school, which is it's most of your undergrad, right? Ooh, this looks really dry. So that was like my journey, and I was not doing well in it at all. Like, I did really well in high school. I graduated with, I don't like to talk about this. I graduated with a 4.7 GPA. So school is my strong suit. It's like a lot of people are like, school's not my strong suit. Like, I'm not good at school, but like, I was good at school. And I came to college, and I was having a terrible time. And so this looks really bad now. That's great. So I had to take some summer classes because I was behind on credits because I failed a class. So I took 3 summer classes at a different school. That's less expensive because my school is incredibly expensive. And they don't give financial aid for summer school. So I was like, okay, that's fine. Well, okay, let me rewind. I did really well in high school, so I got almost a full ride to the school that I'm at now. So I went to a different school and paid that out of pocket. So I did that, and I took this psych class. It was on like learning, like how people learn, and I was like, wow, this is crazy. Like, it was all about how like students learn and students with disabilities learn and everything, and I was like, this is really interesting, like how that works. And so I went back to my school, and I was like, I think I would rather do this. I am not doing well in pre-med. I think I want to switch. And so psych was already my, I'm using the Flower Beauty powder. Psych was my minor, I believe, at the time. I was majoring in Spanish, minoring in psychology, and on the pre-med track. So I had a lot going on. So I dropped pre-med and started taking the rest of the psych classes that I needed, which was a lot because like I was only minoring and I only had a year left to get everything for the major. So I started taking psych classes like crazy, and I was doing better in them, not amazing, than I was in the hard sciences. So I went ahead and met with the department told me to meet with the guy that's been helping me, and so I met with him and we talked about it, and he got me hooked up with the school that I was working at, and I like was volunteering there and working a lot. And so like if I could do it over again, I wouldn't work in college. And I know that's crazy because I wouldn't be here where I am now. Like, I wouldn't have a makeup channel because I wouldn't have been able to buy all this makeup, and I wouldn't like know Landon, which I don't know. I still wish I could know Landon, but I also think that for my career it would have been better. So I wouldn't have worked as much, if at all, as I do now, because it really like I didn't have as many friends, and like which was fine because I didn't, when I wasn't working as much, I was just sitting alone in my room, like watching Friends or whatever, and like my grades are really a lot better. Not that my grades are bad, but like my grades were better, and I was just thriving better. So I'm looking for this brush that I need. This won't work. So I was, yeah. So if I could do it again, I probably wouldn't work as much. I definitely wouldn't work 2 jobs, because it's just not been a like it. I feel like I would have done better. My GPA would have been higher, and I would be able to. Like right now I'm applying to grad school, and the same professor that has been helping me all along the way, I went to him and like I told him, like I asked him to write me letters of recommendation, and he told me in a nicer way than this, but I'm just gonna say it the way I understand it, is that I'm not gonna get into grad school. And I was like, because grad school for psychology is incredibly selective. So, and there's a lot of people that, I guess, major in psych. I majored in Spanish as well, so puedo hablar en español, pero it's not like something that's uncommon. Not that like any major is uncommon anymore, but psych is especially not uncommon. And I know some people have said that psych is like the easy major, but it's definitely not. It's more credits than most other degrees that I've seen at my school, at least. I'm using the xwjawvh Bouquet d'Amour palette. I'm using the orange shade, which is Treasure Me. So it's not easy, but it's also like not uncommon to major in psych. So I was like, okay, well, I'm still gonna try. And so I found 2 schools. My skin looks horrendous. I found 2 schools that I am applying to, but like I'm really discouraged because I was told I'm not gonna get in, and I'm like, that's great, what am I gonna do? Because there was a time when I was looking for jobs in my field because I only needed 2 more classes before I was done with psych and would have 2 degrees in psych and Spanish. And so I was like, let me try to find a job. And it's really hard if you don't have either your master's or your PhD and like 6 years of experience. And I don't have that. And so because I work so much, I didn't research any. I've researched a little bit when I was in pre-med. I did a bio research. So, but that doesn't really apply as much to psych. So I don't have research experience to get into grad school. My GPA is not really strong because of my pre-med. So I'm not a strong candidate for grad school, apparently. So I am working to like improve that. Like I'm doing more research, and I plan to just keep doing research until like with faculty at my school, if they'll let me after I graduate, because I only have 2 weeks left. So that is that. I'm just gonna keep trying, I guess, either until I get a job that I'm happy with, or my dog's losing their mind, or until I'm accepted. So I'm applying to 2 schools. I'm not gonna say what they are because if I get into one, I don't want you guys to know. Just like I don't want you guys to know where I'm going right now. I lost my train of thought. So yeah, I've been working a ton, and I've been applying to grad school, and I got a promotion at work. So my my boss at the grocery store that I worked at, I like her a lot. So like I've gone through quite a few bosses at the grocery store because I've been there for over 5 years. So, and it was my first job ever, like the grocery store. Other than like babysitting, I don't count that. So I had this boss that I really liked, and at the beginning we didn't get along at all. But you know, like I left, and then they asked me to, like I left on academic leave and just worked at Sephora. This was last year, and then they asked me to come back, and so I came back, and they, like a couple months later, this was in, like they asked me to come back in for April, and I came back in April, and I worked full-time from May until July there, and I was still at Sephora. And then I like was cut back to part-time because they asked me to come back because a lady was going out on surgery. And so I was working full-time in her position, and then when she came back from her surgery, I was knocked back down part-time. And so I was still working like 30 hours a week though, but still. And so my boss in September, I think, October, one of those. This is November now, right? So she got the job at a different store as the same position that's closer to her. So I was like, you know, like, I don't really know what you do. And I was like, I really need like full time. So if like you see anything, because like she gets all the emails of like what's available and whatnot, and at other stores and what have you. And so she was like, well, the assistant, because she's the manager, the assistant at my new store just quit. So why don't you come be my assistant? I was like, okay. So I applied, and I had an interview with the store manager and her, and I got the job. So I got a full-time job at the grocery store, and it's further from my house. It's like an hour away almost, but I'm full-time, and I don't work at Sephora as much because of that. But it's like better for me because in a sense I'm like working less. Even though I'm full-time and making more, I'm working less, which is nice because like I only have to worry about working 40 to 50 hours a week because I only work at Sephora every other weekend now. And don't get me wrong, like I still like Sephora, I have to have a full-time job. And so I am working there, and that's where I'm working now. And today's my first day off in a long time. Well, yesterday I was off, but I went and took the GRE, which is like the SAT for grad school, if you're not familiar. So I did that. And yep. So I'm still applying to grad school. My first application's due in like a week and a half, which is crazy. But I've gotten most of it done. So yeah, I've been working a ton and working with school a lot. And I'm about to start a research project, and I'm really excited. It's with my race and ethnicity professor that I'm in right now. It's gonna be about minority students, I think, and like and stuff. Yeah, I'm really excited about that because Spanish is like a big deal for me. I love the Spanish language. A lot of people consider me fluent. I don't say that I'm fluent because I'm like, there's still so much I don't know, but I've taken it since I was in 3rd grade. So 14 years I took Spanish, so I know a lot. Not perfect, but a lot. I need to put on some eyeshadow. Hold on. I'm gonna use the Jackie Aina palette and the Too Faced Just Peachy Matte palette. Yeah, so that is really exciting for me as well. When I'm done with school, I imagine I'll be able to post more. I hope. I'm trying to get my life together, I guess, is what you could say. I haven't gone to the gym in like 2 months. I was going 4 to 5 days a week, 3 to 5 days a week, I should say. I was going a lot, and I haven't gone in a long time. And I feel like I am evolving a lot. For a little while there, I was reading a lot, like on my lunch breaks and whatnot. I feel like my own personal like beliefs and identity has evolved, and I've grown. and that's made me grow away from some people and stronger with others. I got into it a little bit with a coworker at my old store right before I left, because like I just value different things now, and I wasn't going to let those values be faltered because of someone else. Like things that are important to me are important to me, and I wasn't gonna let that change. And it really upset her the way that I like handled it, but you know, like I've got to do what I believe in, and what was going on is not something that I believe in, so I put a stop to it. I'm gonna use, sorry, I was using Peach Tea and Peach Cobbler from the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, and now I'm gonna use Wiggly's from the Jackie palette. So I just feel like I'm growing a lot, and that's like kind of altered a lot of relationships in my life. Like my work relationships, my relationship with Landon, and maybe some of my family members. My car's been having a lot of problems. I hit a deer. That was fun. On my way to work. And yeah. So I've just been going through it. But you know, we're gonna get there. Just pushing through, you know. I feel like I'm really far away from you guys, but I feel like this video is not like about the makeup. I'm mostly just talking. So yeah, my car is almost completely fixed. Like the heat wasn't working, and it's November. Like where I live, it was getting, when I would leave in the morning, it'd be like in the 20s to teens, and so I was freezing, and there's no heat, and so like I would be all bundled up, and it just wasn't good. And so my dad worked on cars for 25 years, and so he talked to some of his buddies, and they were like, hey, try this and see if it'll work. So it's like a multi-day process, and so we're on day like, right now. Oh, Landon's calling me. Hey.
Hey.
What's up? Hello? I said, what's up?
I'm coming home.
Oh, that's good. I'm filming a video.
Huh?
I said I'm filming a video.
Oh, my bad.
It's okay.
What's for supper?
That pie.
Oh, no. Okay. I'll take Panera. All right.
You want Panera? We can go to get Panera. I'll take Panera. I want to try this product. I got this an influencer. It's the Brow Styler from Benefit. I'm going to try another product I got on here. It's like powder on one side and like twist up on the other. And I got the shade 2, Warm Golden Blonde. Usually I use shade 3, but I was scared this one won't be dark. So. Oh, it's not bad. It's a little brown. My brows have been my pet peeve lately. Yeah, that's great. But okay, let's try this other powder side. Oh, that is dark. Can you see that? What is this? Just makes my brows look flaky. They look more full though. I don't know. But yeah, so that has been my life update, I guess. I also got this Wink stamp from Influencer and some other products that are not applicable to this video. Like I got a face mask, which I have used before. It's Summer Fridays. I have a mini of this too. I got some hair stuff. Yeah. And then I bought 2 beauty blenders because they were on sale. Yep, let's try this. I know it's like a stamp on one piece is like a stamp and the other piece is like an eyeliner. I guess we can try the stamp. I wasn't really going for a wing. This says that it's the right side, but Looks like it should be the left side. I don't like that. It's really thick. Let's try the pin part. I mean, it's very black. It's kind of runny though. I don't know. I don't know how I feel. I don't really like that eyeliner. It hurts like it to press down. It's like a felt tip, but it's hard. And it is not as pointy as I like. I mean, it's like kind of shiny, which I don't mind. My video stopped and I had to readjust. So, okay. But yeah, let me put some mascara on. I'm gonna use a ColourPop one. I haven't used it in a while. I don't like how this foundation looks at all. It looks so dry and separated. My under eyes don't look good either. But yeah, so that's what I've been up to. So I'm an assistant manager now. In 2 weeks, I'll have 2 degrees from a relatively accredited university that I'm proud of. My hair was about to die, my little card was full, so I need to make this snappy. I'm going to slap on lipstick. No, I'm just gonna put on this gloss. This is the Sephora Plumping Lip Gloss in 02 Outrageous. I don't want to do anything crazy for this video. But yeah, that being said, I am just trying to get back in the swing of things. Working less, so hopefully I can go to the gym more, hopefully I can film more. I'm thinking about changing my backdrop. I'm thinking about turning my room so I have like product behind me, but I'm not sure yet how I'm gonna do this, so I don't know. We'll see, don't hold me to it. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Look for some new videos. Keep me accountable. Check out my Instagram. It's at Make Up My Smile. My follower count is dropping, but you know, it's probably for the better because I don't need those people in my life. But yeah, so I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.